But just like that, we are back with another episode of the Wasted Podcast.
Wasted Podcast. We here with Fame and Pdotc, New 11, New England's greatest, latest and greatest.
Sure. Thank you.
Yo, thank you so much for coming out, man. I know it wasn't easy coming over here. You know, weather's crazy right now, but shit, man.
Nah, we definitely appreciate it, man. Thanks for just having us on, and you know, the drive was worth it. I'm pretty sure.
Yo, that's love, man. That's love.
Man. Yeah, and they came with gifts, man.
Yo, I couldn't even believe it, man. Look at this shit, yo. Oh my God, this like
I never even seen that before,
bro. With my own eyes. I didn't think this existed.
It was a myth.
We're gonna crack this open soon, but right now let's get to the podcast.
Right now we got the Tipsy Tea for sure.
Tipsy Tea.
And shout out to our sponsor, Great South Bay, with the Tipsy Teas on deck. Yeah, feel free to sip, man.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Be honest too. Be honest.
It tastes like ice.
This is some good.
Yeah.
I can drink this.
Right.
I feel like I need to be on South Beach with this.
A little bit in here, you know what I'm saying?
Or Great South Bay instead of South Beach.
Shout out to Great South Bay and Bayshore, Long Island. Make sure you go check them out.
Yeah.
But back to the podcast,
back to this.
Man.
Well, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that. If you're listening on Spotify, follow us. And in case you are on Spotify, we'll just do a brief introduction. My name is Ant, WM20s.
My name is Alejandro Jamar, WM20s.
Yeah. And
this is Fame. And I'm Pdotc. Fame and Pdotc, or just New 11. That's the brand for sure.
That's the brand. So New 11, that's like the combo, like the group, or like what do you mean?
Yeah, so New 11 is pretty much, that's kind of like what we represent. And it stems from like NE, right? So the two letters NE, and it stands for like three different meanings. So New England, because we're from the New England area.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, it's Connecticut to be specific. And then the North End, and that's the part of Hartford we're from. So the North End of Hartford.
Okay.
And then New 11 is just kind of like the brand that we're pushing, and it's just kind of, it's us as a whole, but like it's more than that. You know, we're gonna eventually branch out to other things to include New 11.
And it's kind of like a metaphor. I don't know if you guys remember the Drake line. I'm the one twice over. I'm the New 11. We twins.
Oh,
so it's two
okay.
of us.
Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
Big
That's
Drake
fine.
fans. For sure.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I was doing research on both the profiles, I saw Fame _NE and Pdotc _NE. I assumed that stood for New England, but it's really cool that you just brought like a whole bunch of new meaning to what that really was. So my question is, do you guys have group social media profiles like for New 11?
Yeah. So we do have like a New 11 _NE Instagram profile.
For sure.
For TikTok, we do have a group one, but it's just Fame and Pdotc on TikTok.
Right. Okay.
But the YouTube is New 11.
Okay.
For Fame and Pdotc, you'll search it. It's there.
Right.
So,
okay, word. Well, for those who don't know, you guys are artists.
Yes. Yep.
What kind of genre do you guys stay in?
Hip hop, definitely. A little bit of smooth, like lo-fi R&B type.
Oh, okay.
I would say that's
really
like our lane right
melodic.
Yeah.
Okay,
here and there, but definitely like a mixture of both, like hip hop with the bars, and then
so
just
who do you like? I know you said Drake. Like who are people that like you really rock with heavy?
Yes.
Definitely Drake, Cole to say like the top people, like Drake, Cole.
You have to.
Definitely big artists. But growing up, I always say the reason why I started rapping was two people, Cassidy. Because Cassidy was just crazy with the bars back then when I was growing up. I just thought he was the greatest rapper ever. Like, his bars was crazy, and then Currency. Currency, just he was just one of those artists who was just like different and really just embraced being himself. And it, like back when I really into hip hop, it was nothing but like gangsta music and stuff like that, and hip hop. And then Currency only talked about chilling, smoking,
exactly.
And then that's what our friend group represented. So I love Currency.
That's who he is.
Take him back.
And
that's fine.
And for me, growing up, the Game was a big influence, like the West Coast. Like that's why to this day I kind of like West Coast artists. Yeah. But the Game, for whatever reason, like just his style, how he was rapping, like lyrical. He was dope as hell to me.
Sure.
And then, you know, as we get older, that's, you know, when the Drake started to come. Mixtape days, you know, Wayne was like a big influence on the mixtape game.
Absolutely.
It's crazy, man.
Can't forget Jay-Z. I forgot his name.
Yeah, of course, Jay-Z.
It's automatic, but just had to say that.
Yeah, Hov for sure. Biggie. And like I would go back, like at that time I would go back to, you know, if 50, because 50, we grew up in like 50 Cent and Dipset was like probably the biggest at the time. And then you know, when 50 used to be like, who's the greatest? 50, Jay-Z and Nas. But then they'll say, you'll listen to them more and they say Biggie and Tupac. And then so I'm more of like a Big fan. So went back and listened to Big a lot, and that dude was lyrical as hell.
Yo, bro, storyteller. Bars, bro, storyteller. That's a fact. But nah, I agree with the West Coast. Just got some swag about them that's just like, you know, groovy. You know, the sampling game is.
It's just fly music. That's
right.
For
sure. Exactly.
It's just fly music.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a vibe. Like it's
a
vibe. Exactly. And it's so noticeable too. Like you could pinpoint a West Coast artist or a West Coast song so easily amongst all the genres of hip hop that we have around right now, you know.
And it feels like the music when you go West Coast.
It feels like West Coast.
It feels like just like
And I feel like that's like a lot was kind of missing with like music nowadays, like the authenticity of it, and the, you know, growing up I used to like when you could kind of get a vivid picture, or not a vivid picture because you're not actually there, but they're describing the place that they're from. Now that everybody sounds the same, the slang is the same, it's just like a dude from Idaho could sound like he from Chicago. And it's just like, no.
I see exactly what you mean, because everybody sounds like everybody else. They all kind of sound like there's a handful of artists that I feel like really kind of represent who they're from with the music that they put out and the way that they rap. And the first one that immediately comes to my mind is Dave East. You know, Dave East is definitely like New York, just straight New York.
East Harlem.
I mean, shout out to Dave East.
The Black Rose Mix. I'm a fan of Dave East too, man.
But I agree with you. The majority of music, everybody just kind of sounds like they're from the same place. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of it is too like going on what's like hot right now. Like a lot of people, no matter where they're from, they're doing drill because it's hot right now.
It's hot.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's some really UK, right? Like,
I have a love-hate relationship with drill because the thing is with New York, right? We supposed to be trendsetters, right? But at the end of the day, drill is basically New York grime music. You know what I'm saying?
And Chicago drill and
and don't get me wrong, I love drill music, like New York, like Brooklyn drill music, but I just feel like we can't really call it Brooklyn drill. I don't like calling it Brooklyn drill. I just call it drill because
just drill,
you know. And then you have artists like, let's say like the Migos, they was doing drill on their last album with that Pop Smoke song.
Right.
True. So it's not just Brooklyn artists doing it; everybody's doing it.
And it's funny that you say like London, because that sound to me, when I first got into it, like I was listening to an artist out in London called Mist. Love Miss and Abracadabra, a bunch of them.
Yeah, Stormzy, I like
Stormzy. I used to bump them crazy. Skepta, crazy. I think like 2015, 16, I'm on this UK thing. Like this is amazing, and then it kind of like crossed over. So definitely shout out to London for sure.
Yeah,
for real.
Right, and I feel like a lot of it too is seeing going along with what's like trending is obviously social media, but like TikTok is a huge thing where people just get a lot of influence. And I know we mentioned earlier, you were the one who, or no, it was Fame, right? Who is like kind of on the TikTok grind.
Yeah, I'm on the TikTok grind heavy. Definitely follow me on TikTok, Fame_NE, and TikTok is just like a dope app. Like I think I got on it like everybody else during the pandemic. Like I was just inside, and honest to God, I just say just like anybody, I just used to be up late at night. I used to smoke, and I just used to make videos, and then go to sleep, and then in the morning I just used to have crazy views, and I'm like, what is going on? And I just started doing like, you know, just being creative. The app has so many features, and I just started building like a fan base on there, and it's like really like I done been like, it's crazy because I've been outside like walking Brooklyn and that's that guy from TikTok. I'm like, I done been in work meetings where they had an intern come into the work meeting. He's like,
like a younger.
You on TikTok? Yeah, and I'm like, that's me on TikTok. But I'm like, it's crazy. It's like weird. It's like it's really a dope app. I love it. I think anybody who's creative is just so creative, and you can't just post a picture and flex. Like it ain't that type of app.
Yeah, nah,
you
it's
really
not.
gotta
It's completely
come with
different.
something. And
that
love
that
TikTok.
app is straight about the content.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's not it don't matter who you are or the way you dress, and it's straight content.
Right.
You know,
it's like YouTube, Instagram 2.0.
We were talking about it a few podcasts ago. Like TikToks are really building careers, like at an exponential rate,
right? Yeah. Crazy, like
overnight, but not really overnight though, because if you're maybe in certain circumstances, but like you, for example, you're seeing like growth there, but like you've also been a creative for way longer than TikTok's been around, right? So it's like
it helped me in a sense, like I'm not gonna say find a lane, because we've always been doing like content in some way, shape, or form. That's a fact. But I just think I was just like early on it with a lot of people, and I was giving like content that wasn't on there as of yet. It's on there now, but the type of content that I was giving out, it wasn't on there yet, and I think I was like one of the first people just doing it.
Okay, that's smart though, because I remember the beginning of TikTok. Like we tried a little bit on our account, and like we did one post, like our second post, it was the most randomest thing ever, bro. Like it was literally him opening up one of those fridges that have a big screen, like if for some reason they have an iPad built in for no reason on a fridge. We just had a song playing and him opening it, and it got like, for us, a considerable amount of views. But then we tried to, all right, let's keep going on this. It didn't hit the same.
It's different. It's a difficult app to like navigate. Like I can't even figure it out.
But let me. How often do you post? Because what I hear is like you just gotta post.
Yeah, I think I don't post as often. I should definitely post way more. But I'll say the first time where I went crazy on TikTok, I made 7 videos in one night, and I posted all of them like back to back, and one of them just went crazy. So
that's real.
I don't know. Maybe you do gotta post a lot, but it's nowadays I don't post that often, only because it's just like I be having like blockage, like I can't it's a weird app to navigate. I don't really know how to like use
but the algorithm is already in your favor,
right?
That's the thing. So you have that flexibility where you don't have to post every day.
For
sure, it's harder for someone who doesn't have that gravity already,
right?
Actually we had another guest on the podcast who made a very good point, because he posted a lot too. My boy Jacob, you remember. He said that he posts like 7 YouTube videos a day or something like that.
Right. Crazy. I was watching that one. He makes some music.
Yeah. And he was saying like basically, and the way he broke it down was very smart. He was like, the more videos that you post, the more chances that you have for someone to be interested in that type of content.
Right, for sure.
And that really like stuck with me. I'm like, wow, that makes sense. It's just so hard, bro.
It's crazy because it's hard and easy at the same time. Like, because it is, when I first was doing it, it was hard to create. I was like, it would take me an hour to create one thing. Now it would take me a lot quicker because I know how to use it, and it's like easy to use now. But it used to take me like an hour and a half to do one video, and then when you do a video and it don't go crazy, I'm like, I just spent an hour doing this, you know what I mean?
And that's really disheartening too, because we're going through the same kind of thing right now.
And just to add to when I was listening to the Jacob one, he made a good point too. It's just about also learning how to repurpose content. Like even if you got older stuff that wasn't on TikTok, or even if it was on TikTok, if you can just present it in a different way, I feel like that's dope. Because a lot of stuff that we do, with the freestyle, sometimes I put them on YouTube Shorts, and the shorts, they're doing good too.
I think I seen that actually. That was both on the couch or something. I seen that.
And it's like it's difficult because it's like I got lit on TikTok off of so we went to college in the South, and we went to like a HBCU, so I do like a lot of HBCU content, and we are in a fraternity, so I did a lot of that on there, and that's the one that like got a lot of my followers.
It's like a niche college type thing.
Exactly. And it's like I've been trying to figure out the music on there, and that's why I'm like, I could do this HBCU thing all day, every day, and people love it, but the music thing is the hard thing.
That's something that we find often with any type of creator, or even like if you want to merge an audience from one thing to another, that's the toughest thing because they're already used to you. They're kind of here for one thing, and then they're like trying to switch it up. But people gotta know, like, I feel like at the same time, people gotta understand, like, you might have started one thing to bring light to another thing. Similar to us, like we have a reaction video like segments on our channel, which have really garnered us most of our recent subscribers, but that's obviously not what we're like. It's not our passion.
Like, it's fun.
It's fun to
here
do.
and there. It's fun.
It's cool. Funny too because I wanted to talk about the reaction thing too. So like, as far as like us with like our music and our Spotify and our streaming numbers, like one of the main like promotional strategies was like us. It used to be people doing reaction videos, and they'll do like a song of a day before they do the reaction, right? So we'll submit the song to them to do it before the reaction, and we got like a lot of German people from Germany, fan base, stuff like that, and that's like even one of our biggest songs to date, close to 3 million streams right now, Love, Sex, and Water. But we started just sending it to people who do reactions. They just play a clip of the song, and then they go into the reaction, and then for whatever reason, people will come to the YouTube and go to the Spotify.
Oh wow! Wait, so they weren't reacting to your song? They were just playing the clip.
They'll just be like, "Yo, first before we do this reaction, we got a song of the day. Here's Famous Pdotc, Love, Sex, and Water. Play it. That's 15 seconds, and then they go into whatever reaction they doing.
That's kind of like what $1 Million Worth of Game does.
So it's exactly like that. Exactly like that.
I see. That's actually interesting because we just got hit up like last week. Not exactly in that case because it was a German band out of all places. It was was it German?
Yeah, it was German. But
they wanted us to actually react to the video.
To the whole song. Yeah.
But that is I feel like it's smart because you can constantly do it. Right. You know, if you want to do the hour, you're gonna have to have mad music videos, which is speaking of which, you mentioned that you guys also shoot sometimes yourselves, just music videos.
And that's kind of like more of a recent thing. So like our most recent video called Lo-Fi Girls, I shot that and edited, and then another music video called Magic Mistletoes, which is on our last project called Girls on Road or whatever. But I'm starting to like really get into just putting out content for myself for the most part, and a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes is
all that.
People love behind the scenes. We were just talking about that earlier. That like a lot of the time, and not to mention it, I feel like adds some sort of relatability.
Oh, for sure.
Because you get to see the actual making of something. You know what I'm saying?
They invested. Right?
Exactly. You get more invested.
It becomes more personable at that point.
Because I feel like the artists, especially like nowadays, like when we get older, like the artists that I really fuck with is the ones that I know something about. Right. Like if the song is just lit and I'm not really invested in the artist, then it's just whatever. It's a hot song. Right. But like the people that I can listen to, I can, like we were just talking about like West Coast people. We were just playing La Russell, G Perico, stuff like that. Like I really like I'm invested with the person and their music rather than just the song or whatever. So
you guys ever explored like vlogging or anything like that?
We actually we were doing like no handouts. It was we called it No Handouts, documenting the come up. So we just used to like document everything behind the scenes of an upcoming artist. Because on YouTube or just in general, you'll hear the process about a rapper becoming a rapper, but you don't really see it. You don't know the process. Exactly. And then even on YouTube, it wasn't a lot of that, so we was like documenting a lot of like just behind the scenes.
So like when New York used, when it was before COVID and stuff, but like when it was really open, and there used to be like a lot of events, we'll just pull up and be like, yo, we going to the show, whatever.
Nice.
See the show, document the show, try to network with people. We met so many people.
Yeah, we met Russ,
Mozzie.
We met Mozzie.
Yeah. Damn, that's fire.
We actually got a video. So the song that I was just talking about got a video of Russ listening to it. So that kind of helped with like
that's fire. That's fire.
And that story is crazy. Like that, just wow. We met him like twice.
Where was this? Where were you?
So I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. So like the very first time I ever seen him, right, was this when I first moved to New York, and it was this free J Electronica concert, bro. It's so random, but like it was free. It must have been like the week or 2 weeks when I first moved to New York, and I went there, and Russ was one of the people who opened up, and for some reason I just kind of like just noticed him. Like he was the only one like kind of just by himself on stage. Other people had hype men, and he was just by himself or whatever.
Yeah.
This is before he was like what they want. Like this is before. Like I'm not even bullshitting.
SoundCloud days.
Yeah. So then like time went on, he started getting big. I'm like, yo, is this the dude from the J Electronica show or whatever?
SOD.
So long story short, it was another time this is when he's starting to get bigger, and then he had something at NYU, just like a speaking engagement.
Right.
And I remember him posting it, and then it was like an email. So if you wanted to attend, you just had to email. So I remember us
But
emailing.
you had to be like a student.
Yeah, you had to be a student. So
real?
we emailed like, we with some label. I think I said we with some label or something or whatever. And we heard about this event. And we just want to come. And then she's like, we're gonna see if we got room or whatever. And I'm just following up during the week. She's like, yeah, put your name was on the list. So then like no bullshit. You could go on our YouTube and see the video. So like. The first part of the video is him just talking about like his career and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then at the end he just
We in the
meeting
lecture hall.
Yeah, we in the lecture hall.
lecture
And like,
hall.
bro, we don't even go
here.
we just in that bitch. And then at the end he started meeting everybody, and then we just like, yo, we got this song. And it wasn't even out yet. We just like, we got this song. We just want you to listen to it. And we let him play. Like, yo, this shit is fire, bro. This shit is fire. Like, it's crazy.
Dope. It's funny because I feel like not a lot of people really rock with Russ like that. I'm one that I'm fond of his music. I like his message. People think he's like really cocky and stuff, which is like, it is what it is. Right. Braggadocious, whatever. But like, I feel like you put that in front of like the actual, his music is like he's actually saying stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I respect the self-sufficiency, the independent grind.
Because from what I understand, he mixes and produces all his own songs.
Right?
That's a lot of work.
Bro.
Yeah. That's a lot of
time
work
in front of that computer.
It's a lot, bro.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Do you guys have experience with like mixing or anything like that?
Yeah. We really started off like doing everything in-house, like so like honestly that's how we started making music, strictly in-house. We was never going to a studio. My dad is a producer, so he like make a lot of music like reggae and stuff like that.
Nice.
And he gave us equipment when we were like young, so we were always making mixtapes in our bedroom. Like that's like we've never like when we moved to New York, that's when we really started going to a studio like that. We went to one in Massachusetts before, and stuff like that. But before, we was doing everything in house. So
and then
now that is the norm, is like
and then we was going to the studio for like a while. Like we did a couple projects, and we was like, yo, let's just get back to doing this in house, so we can just kind of because it's hard. Like when you don't have it right then and there, you have an idea that you just want to record right quick. You gotta schedule studio time and whatever.
You gotta like record the voice memo to keep the flow.
Exactly.
I know exactly what you
forget how you say it.
Exactly.
How you
and that's a big part of it, because then you in front of the mic, and then like a lot is going through your head because you gotta prepare, you gotta clean, you know what I'm saying? And then the idea just doesn't come out the way that you
thought, like
pictured.
You hear it.
Exactly.
Like I hate that. Like and then us having the in-home studio, it just
you could just go and do it.
You just go like, yo, fuck it, play the beat, let me record this, whatever. We'll send it out. Now we'll send it out to get it like mixed and mastered, because I'm still kind of like in the process of like relearning that part of it. But like using Pro Tools, that was the first program we used like when we was 14, so I know how to like navigate it, do the recording, and then just I'll send it out to get it mixed and mastered.
You can still make some magic at the crib, you know.
For sure.
You can make a lot of magic has been made in home studio. Like,
for sure.
Have y'all seen the first episode of Genius yet? The Kanye documentary on Netflix?
Nah, not yet. I'm waiting.
I'm about to watch that. I might watch it tonight.
I might do it tonight.
And like all of College Dropout, or majority of it, I think, was just shot in his apartment in Jersey.
Yeah. Damn, I can't wait to see that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Kanye he was a big influence too. Like, whatever. I still respect him for sure. Like creatively, like that man.
He's a genius. He really is a genius.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's kind of like how, that's the reason why I even thought of Genius, to kind of backtrack, is because you were mentioning just recording everything, and that's what he did. It's like smart, you know. You gotta like do it. If you really believe in yourself, I feel like you'll have that drive to just record even when you're, you know, maybe not like the biggest yet, but you could see it down the road. And having that type of content is just like cool to even just look back on, even if it's not public. After just seeing it, like we started like back on our YouTube, like one of the first few things is we had this thing called the Wasting My 20s volume, like 1 through 9 or 1 through something, and it was just us going around the city, doing whatever, going to pop-ups events with a little VHS camera, something like that, and just recording vibes, you know, just like...
We would never have a plan, bro.
We would just go. Back in like 2017, 2018.
Nah, for real.
Those was good times. We never...
ended up in
weird ass places.
And it's like,
those be the best experiences, bro. Like, you just be like, fuck it, we out, man. We gonna figure this shit out, bro.
Yeah, just unplanned and raw, just
good times.
Go where the night takes you type, you know what I'm saying? When you guys moved to New York, or what's like the craziest New York like night out that y'all had?
I gotta hear this.
Facts, because everyone has that.
Yeah, right. They're not used to it, so it's like.
I'm trying to think crazy.
Because I moved out here first.
Yeah.
I was out here for like a good 6 months. I mean, I'm just really trying to.
Did you move pre-pandemic though?
Yeah, I moved out here in 2015.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
you got mad experience.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah, I've been out here for.
You know, I think like the first thing obviously is getting used to the train and the rats and all that other shit. Like anybody that's not from New York, they'll be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?"
man.
or whatever. So just getting used to that.
They
I
don't
like.
bother you.
Yeah,
They don't bother you.
Yo, fuck that nigga. Them shits is big, bro, but it's just weird. But like, I don't know. Like, I think for New York, like one of the dope things about it, I feel like it just has a community for anything. Like, for example, if you want to get into podcasting, you can link with a bunch of different people that know something about it. In Connecticut, it was very limited, especially in the creative space. You know, the music scene kind of started to get like a little bigger after we left, but like when we was there, like it wasn't much of a music scene. But like New York has a scene for anything, fashion, photography, music, this, that, and the third. And a lot of places not like that. So
that's true.
Yeah, I think the crazy thing about New York, what I've noticed is just like you were saying, there's definitely like room for everything. But I was so fascinated that like it was, you can see the rappers in real life.
bro.
Connecticut, you can only see them during a concert. But when I first moved out here, I used to be out in the city or
just run into someone.
I'm like, yo, it's
we
crazy.
Seeing some
like,
motherfuckers
they outside in New York, and I was like. And like I'm going crazy, but you walking up and down the Manhattan,
niggas do not care. I'm over here like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I'm out there like I'm giving mixtapes to Khaled, I'm giving the Sway, I'm like, nah, I'm out here for sure. So I just think like just seeing the thing that you're passionate about in real life was just like something crazy for me in New York. I love that.
I feel that. Wait, are there any like people out of Connecticut that really made it like that?
Not like sports, you know, like people who play
like
basketball
music,
like
right? Chris Webby is a dude that's really
Chris
from Connecticut. Annoyed, he's really big. He's from Connecticut. And those like really
the main people.
So other than that, we do have like some local hot people that's like really did a name, but I would say Chris Webby might
be like the biggest,
the biggest one from
on the music scene. But we have some like it's dope producers too that's like behind the scenes. But like
shout out to Esco. Esco is a crazy producer from Connecticut, and he's like on
fire.
And
he doing tracks for Elite Trapper and stuff like that.
He's on fire. Like he's on fire.
Esco beats, man,
for sure.
That's what's up. Do you guys work with like a constant producer, or you just try to like mix it up?
Yeah, so like originally, like Esco was one that we kind of started off when we was like finding our sound or whatever. So like a lot of our early stuff, like we had one of our first like main mixed projects that we did together was called Bad Bitches and Fruit Snacks, and he produced. That's just dope. He produced like most of that, and then we did a whole project with him called Fall Winter Season, and then we started like from there like. PA Beats too from Philly, and then we have Sullivan Beats, and Sullivan Beats we work with like strictly right now, like for the most part. We still work with Esco and stuff like that, but Sullivan Beats Like that's our like main producer who be sending us heat. Like he produced like some of our hottest songs like Love, Sex and Water, Goku, right. Man, shit like. Yeah, shout out to him, man. If y'all need beats, anybody listening to this, and he make beats constantly, constantly. Man, he on his Kanye. What's the Kanye line? I was making beats
every day.
Like that's the type of shit. 3 beats a day for 3. Like yo, that's type of.
He flooded.
Yeah.
Who else? Kim. Shout out to Kim.
Yeah, Kim from Indiana.
Kiki Prez, right?
Yeah, Kiki Prez from Spain and Adrex. Adrex from Germany.
I want to say Adrex from Germany. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say Adrex is from Germany, but shout out to Adrex. He's on fire. He sends us a beat like every day, bro. The email be like, it's to the point now, like as far as like producers, like it's just too overwhelming. Like I remember starting off, we was like, yo, we need some original beats. We need to find a producer now, bro. That shit just come to us. Like the beats, it just be like, yo, we just pick what we like and then figure it out. Right, but that's the dope part about just like the grind of this, bro. Right. It's like I remember trying to get beats. Like that shit was crazy.
That's a lot. Like it's gratifying when you can see the actual progress being made.
For sure.
But you mentioning all these like locations like Philly, Germany, Spain, all that. You guys traveled and done like work or just
yo, so like. Going back to the reaction thing, like so one of the like the main reaction, the people who was doing reactions had like a German fan base, right? And for whatever reason, like that's probably like our top fan base, Germany. So like people would reach out and be like, "Yo, I'm sending you beats. I'm from Berlin. I'm from Munich, Frankfurt, like these cities in Germany." It's like, I fuck with your music, whatever, and just send us beats. So we never been to Germany or Spain or whatever. A lot of this was just from the internet, YouTube and SoundCloud.
We found a lot of producers on SoundCloud early on.
Yeah, I gotta do it for Germany. Y'all gotta do a show in Germany.
Yeah.
Shout out to Germany.
I want that to be like our first big official show.
Yeah, it got to be
Berlin.
Shout out to y'all.
So I'm assuming y'all messed around with like little like more intimate shows or anything like that.
Yeah,
like here in just New York or around the
States? What was our first show? Lil Bibby?
Yeah, we opened up for Lil Bibby in Connecticut one
time.
That was dope. We opened up for these kids called Recess Radio in New Jersey. That was dope as hell. That was like a few years ago. Yeah. Another guy named John Hope from Rhode Island. So we did like a few like opening spots and stuff like that. So,
nice.
Yeah.
How is that? Like I feel like we've talked with like other artists and they say about like. My question is like, what's like the funner part for you? Is performing the music or making the music?
I'm gonna say making.
Yeah,
I love the making part of it. Like just having it's crazy because I keep thinking like I have you'll hear a beat and I have these words in my head and to like get it out and then hear it on a song is like nothing tops that feeling. Like that's crazy. Like that's to me it's just like it's like manifestation. Like how and then it's like for example, Love, Sex and Water, one of our biggest songs. Like I was just thinking of that, like walking down the street in Bed-Stuy, and now it's one of our biggest songs.
You think that just came to you, Love, Sex and Water? It just like
it just came to me right when I walking down. The melody came. I went and it's crazy because we went into the studio. I said, "Yo, I want to try something different." That was my first line because we never really like did the melodies or nothing like that, but the beat was just the beat gave that. Shout out to Sullivan. The beat just gave that, beats, and man. I've never at the time it's crazy because I was listening to nothing but A Boogie, PNB Rock.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it was just A Boogie and PNB Rock, and I'm just like, and then that beat came, and then I just thought of the melody, put the words together. I put it. We went into the studio. It's crazy because it was the last song in our session. When we used to go to studios, we used to do mad songs in the session.
Yeah, that's one thing about us. Like when we go to the studios, like because like I said, we started off doing it in house, so we know the concept of using the time in the studios. Like we're not the person that's gonna sit there like I need a vibe. Yeah. Waste 3 hours.
Yeah,
especially if I mean that's money.
That shit don't make no sense, bro. So we'll we won't book a studio session until we have like 3-4 songs ready to record. So in the session we'll record at least 3-4 songs, and then we'll go back and if we need to mix it, this, that, and the third. But that was the last.
It was the last song in our session. We recorded the hook, and as we're like leaving, another group is coming in, but the engineer is playing the song.
Okay.
And I knew, I already felt like it was it, but the people came in, and the first thing he said, what was the exact thing he said? He said,
I don't remember.
He said something. I want to say it exactly how he said it, but he didn't mean it like that. He said, "Oh y'all," what did he say? He said, "Oh y'all some bitch niggas." That's what he said. That's what he said. Like he said something. Oh my god, he said, "Yo, y'all some."
Oh yeah, he was like, "Not like that."
Something.
No, y'all do this.
Nah, y'all doing it for the bitches. So I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then that's like one of our top songs. Girls love it. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, cool.
So, I have a very important question now.
Right.
I noticed that every artist that's very passionate about music, they all have this one song that they're really, really attached to that they recorded. So I want to know from both the individually what song you recorded that you really attached to, that you love so much.
Okay. One song. I'll say it's a song called Setbacks 2.
Yeah, shout out to Setbacks 2 for sure.
It's on one of our projects called Hail Mary. It's the last track. And it's like a motivational song. Like we have like little clips from Steve Harvey doing like some motivational speaking, and it's just really dope because like it's just like a motivational song about getting it, staying consistent, and just grinding. And a lot of people be reaching out to us about that song. Like it's not one of our biggest songs, but like even the Lonely Dying people, right? So these guys from New Mexico, right? They just reached out to us about they fuck with our music, and the guy was like, "Yo, this song inspired me to do this clothing line." And they send us clothes. And I was like, bro, that's dope as hell, bro. Yeah. He's like, that song, bro. I was like, yo, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Shout out to New Mexico.
Yeah, Lonely Dime Hat Company, man.
For sure.
Yeah, and now we like doing partnerships with them, and they send us clothes and stuff like that.
Sure, they dope. I say for me, there's a track on our first official album called Bad Bitches and Fruit Snacks. It's called The Open Mic.
Yeah, that was fire,
and
bro. That just shout out Esco,
shout out Esco. The song is amazing because it's just like it's no real structure to it. It's like really just like verses, but the beat is just magical, and it's not the intro to the tape because we have somebody doing like poetry at the beginning. Shout out to Kanye. He do the Kanawani Fidel out of Baltimore. Shout out to Kanye. He does the intro, but the next song is The Open Mic, and it's weird because it's like when we do albums, we kind of wanna take you on a journey every time. So all of our albums is like a concept, almost like we taking you on a journey. So we started off as if we're like at open mic something, and then we're performing, right? So it's like you go from this poetry, spoken word to a performance kind of thing. So and that just highlights when we really was just like, you know what, we need to bite down and take music 100% serious.
Okay.
Yep. And it was like it was right when we graduated from college. We kind of like going into like we have just a long story with music and how we started, but there was a point where we met Drake and J. Cole and we rapped for them, and after that we was just like, yo, it's just
they were together or
they were together. It was the club. It was I tell you, it was the club.
I can tell you the whole story,
and the story is on our album. We tell the story on our album. On the album, yeah.
But like, bro, it sounds so insane that I
but
understand why niggas won't believe that shit.
If we didn't have the picture, nobody would believe this.
Because back then we wasn't just, back then people wasn't like recording like that.
Like Instagram wasn't even lit like that. Like so.
Yeah. But like that was like an important period like of our lives. It's like, yo, we gotta just keep doing it, just keep grinding.
Yeah, man.
That shit was crazy.
It was the Club Paradise tour.
Club Paradise tour, man. In Connecticut. That's how long. This 2012. 2012.
I remember.
2012. Yeah.
I had just gotten into high school, bro. I was a freshman in high school. Right. And y'all was performing for Drake and J. Cole. I was at lunchtime, bro. Fourth period. I was doing that shit.
That shit was so
it was
crazy,
wicked.
bro.
They came to the city, like, and it's weird because you like when you come to the city, you kind of know our city is so small. Like famous people gotta stay somewhere at one location.
Yeah, and it's usually
like
downtown.
Downtown, the Hilton Hotel. Man. That's probably like the fanciest hotel in our city. We like, they gotta be there. They gotta be there. And we just.
Long story short,
we
bro. We can tell you the whole story, but we was out there till 4 a.m.
We went to the concert. We went to the concert. We went to like the after party let out. And then we was outside of the hotel.
Son. And no lie. Bro, I remember this shit like yesterday. We was getting ready to leave, bro.
We out there so long.
You almost gave up.
Yeah, I said, bro, just 10 more minutes. As soon as I said that,
10 more minutes.
Tour bus open.
It's
Drake, bro. I said, yo, bro, like that shit was insane, bro. Like, all right, there's no way this is happening.
It's so funny because we out there so long, we seeing people walk inside the tour bus and then out the hotel to the tour bus. We taking turns talking to people. So when the tour bus open and Drake come, he hit me like, yo, it's your turn. So I'm like, yo, Drake. And it's crazy because who's the
Future the Prince?
Future the Prince, who was Drake DJ at the time, which he's still Drake DJ. He saw us outside from like 12 o'clock, and he was like, "I already told y'all niggas, man, we not." He was wilding.
It was hot, boy.
And it was so many people around Drake. Drake was just like, "All right, come on."
That's it, bro. He said, "Go ahead." This nigga just started spitting,
just
bro.
started rapping to him as a group of people,
and mind you, he in the zone. He just rapping. I'm just looking at everybody, and I just see J. Cole. I said, "This cannot." In my mind, I'm like, "This is not real, bro. There's no way this is real, bro." Like,
and it was dope. It was like a dope experience. They embraced us. They showed us love. They was mad cool, and this is like. They big artists, you remember? They big artists, you know, Drake and Cole, and like, you know, we listened to them and stuff like that, and they just gave us like words of inspiration. Shout out to Mike Shaw from Dreamville, bro. Mike Shaw from Dreamville always show love, bro. Always. Definitely till this day, every time.
Shout out to y'all.
So yeah, that was like a dope encounter for our music career, and we was just like, nah, we going hard.
That's it. Once something like that happens, it's like you gotta. Like you said, you gotta bite down and keep going.
For sure.
That's
fire.
That's a dope story though. Like it's really the fact that you guys waited so long and that it's like right when you were about to give up, it just happened. Like, that's
all of our both of our phones died. Is my
friend. This how long? Because mind you, we went to the concert, we went to the party, bro. No way to charge it. Our phone is dead, bro.
Yeah. Quandale, he has his phone. He gave it to somebody. Take the picture. Take the picture. And the crazy thing is, we don't have the picture with J. Cole. We don't have the picture with J. Cole. We only have it with Drake. But my friend got the picture with J. Cole because he was like, "That's J. Cole." He was that's J. Cole right there. Like, nah, I need a picture with. He took a selfie. This is J. Cole. So he was. It was funny as hell. But J. Cole was there, and then we met J. Cole a few more times after that. Nothing but love, bro. Nothing but love. Shout out to Dreamville, OVO. They definitely inspired us just going up on this.
Right. That's dope, insane, man. Bro. That is so dope. I feel like that's some like Nardwuar type thing. We're just waiting. After the concert, after the after party, all that.
Cause it's like, bro, we from a small city and we know the ins and outs from the city. Like we predominant figures in our city. We go back, we do a lot of events like that. Yeah. Nobody big is gonna come to our city and we not gonna try to.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Right.
We was just like, we gonna try to meet these.
Word.
Yeah.
Nah. What about like collabs or features? You guys do a lot of that with like other people or not?
Periodically, you know. Shout out to Oswin Benjamin. We just did. He's on like our latest project. So shout out to him. But like periodically, we'll reach out to artists that we fuck with. Mainly like if it's like a lot of dope independent artists, we'll reach out and do like features. But we try to kind of keep it like just between us, only because we don't want to be like feature driven. Like we want our project to be able to like y'all invested in us for this. Like y'all not just coming to the project for a feature and stuff like that.
One of our other songs we got Felly. He's from Connecticut. He's a really big artist. He in Cali now, but it's crazy because when we first moved to New York, he lived like right in our neighborhood and stuff like that, and we just like reached out. So shout out to Felly too.
That's fire.
That's what's up. You guys have plans to like, you know, now that things are calming. I think maybe calming down a little bit more with the whole thing going on. You guys going to different states or anything like that for I don't know, shows or?
Yeah, we plan to. Right now we got a project that's gonna drop next Friday. And then right now, like, the goal is to put out as much project and music as possible, kind of build on the content, and then just kind of go from there. Probably do some stuff in Atlanta. In LA, we got a dope like videographer who's dope. So we connect with him here and there. So we got some plans this year for sure.
Word. Nah, it's a fact. Like you mentioned content. Like I feel like we always ask usually like question like how important you think content is for, I don't know, the growth of a brand or your person.
I think I'm gonna say very important now. Like today, I think that's the standard. Like you need the content. Like absolutely. You can't be doing music without the content unless it's real. Unless you're like Bryson Tiller, who just don't do content. Just put out, he just put out an album. But I think it goes hand in hand because again, what like we were talking about earlier. Like these people want to be invested into the person now. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the music is dope, but when you know the person making the music or you feel like you know them, that just makes the connection way more better. And that's what we want. Like I think that's key in building a really, really strong fan base. Cause I'll say this, like somebody like Currency, right? Somebody like Currency, like I mentioned, at the time where I got on Currency, I can't say that I was into his content, but music is content in a sense, right? It is not just video. Music is a content. And Currency has so much music at the time. I'm like, I'm invested in this guy from New Orleans who's just dope.
I feel you. Yeah, that's a fact.
For sure.
That's a fact.
That it's like...
what was it?
Nah, I was just like, it was just like, people like him and stuff like that who like, even him and Wiz Khalifa, they came like hand in hand. Like,
their track together. Yeah. Oh, what did they sample? They sampled like some really upbeat, like.
I'm trying to remember.
They got so many songs together.
Songs.
Yeah, they got mad songs together. They got what they were like together. And they were like together
the
when
the Dat Piff mixtape era. They was
killing it. And I say going back to the content. Every time I go on that Piff at the time, Currency had a mixtape there. Currency gonna drop some music. I'm like, this dude is like, that's how I feel like that's why a lot of his fans came from maybe that Piff. But every time that Piff had a new music thing coming out, Currency had a mixtape. I said, Currency is that dude right now.
Yeah,
for sure, bro.
Is that Piff still like?
It's still, but it's not like how it was.
I just go back to listen to the old mixtape. Like stuff that you can't the warm up is on there.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights.
You
can't stream that on Apple Music and nothing. So I go back and listen to that.
Right.
For sure, man.
Well,
original No Ceilings.
Yeah, the original No Ceilings, not the one on the streaming sites. Met Lil Wayne, No Ceilings.
Yo. Shout out to Wayne, man. When's he dropping again?
Lil Wayne.
Bro, he just dropped the album with Rich the Kid.
Yeah, a couple months ago. That was hard. Wayne been killing the features. He been wilding. Back.
Yeah, shout out to Wayne, bro.
For real.
That scene Green. He ate on that scene Green. Nicki Minaj and Drake.
Yeah, in
the Weeknd. He was on the Weeknd's album on Dawn.
Yeah,
he was on Dawn.
Wayne?
Yeah,
he on Corday. He on Corday album too.
Yeah, he on Corday album.
Wilding
everywhere.
He on. He did him and Pat Poose did a song. It was crazy. That shit is crazy.
That's lit. That's lit.
Nah, for real.
So usually what we try to ask whoever we have on is like give a piece of advice to somebody who's in your niche trying to do what you do.
Right.
Like if I guess similar to like if you were talking to your past self or something like that.
Yeah. So I would honestly say, bruh, definitely stay consistent. Love doing it, and then just just be your biggest fan, bruh. Like, cause honestly, that's the only shit that matter, bro. If you fuck with it, bro, it don't even matter if nobody else fuck with it, bro. Like, you continue to put it out in the universe, obviously, but like, just keep doing that shit, and like, eventually you're gonna see some progress. Like, it may not be the progress that you want to see right away or whatever the case may be, but like, every step matters, bro. Like Nip says, a marathon, bro. You just gotta keep going, bro, because that shit. And just like we were just talking about the Kanye West documentary, and I didn't see it yet, but like, I saw a clip where he in the office playing All Falls Down, bro. And that's one of his biggest songs. And bro, niggas is not reacting to this shit, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm like, that's one of his big, bro, all falls down, bro. And this
they probably feel
bro,
dumb
he said a line like, even if can't afford a car, so you have a Lexus, bro. Shorty over here looking at him like he crazy, bro. And I'm over here like,
and now
what?
That's Kanye West.
Like,
that's
and it's just a testament because like he literally believed his, like nobody believed in him, bro. Well, he just a producer, bro. This nigga spitting his heart out. So I mean, all you need is yourself sometimes, and that's all that matters.
And I would say for upcoming artists, like that definitely, I think that's number one. But also understanding, like, with having like that confidence in yourself, knowing that, you know, your audience is not like your friends and your family might not be your audience. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. So from the city, none of that.
It might not be your audience. You know what I mean, and that's okay. You know what I mean. When if you know your friends not posing you or something like that, you could get so caught up in that. And then we get DMs from Germany. What? Yeah, bro. What? Yeah. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I'm good. That means 10 times more than my friend. You know what I mean? Not saying, like, you know, you want your friends to, but I think upcoming artists, they think they circle is supposed to back them, like, you know, how they want them to back them. But, you know, sometimes it's not like that. And when you have, like, an audience somewhere, you just know that you making music for them and not them. You know, everybody got an audience. So once you find your audience, those is the people that you're catering to. It's not necessarily your family. It's not necessarily your friends. None of that.
And just to add, just kind of going back to that, definitely being like self-sufficient, because like everybody have like a, you know, crew of people or whatever the case may be, but like everybody know we've been doing music. Nobody
can't come to Hartford and know that we ain't been doing music.
Yeah, but like just to say that, like nobody was like, I'm gonna pick up a camera and be y'all camera person. Nobody in the group.
Nobody, we got mad friends.
Nobody said I'm gonna be y'all DJ. Nobody
gonna be y'all producer. I'm gonna do that.
Bro, nobody said this shit. Feel me? Knowing we do music or whatever. So you just gotta be like, yo, you gotta do this shit yourself.
So we pick up the camera. I know how to DJ too. I used to DJ in college too. So I'm like, yo, right? Bro, we do our own videos. We take our own pictures. All that.
We throw
parties. We do it all. You like it, a lot of stuff that we're involved in. It's just me and him doing. Yeah, just me and him.
So you just gotta believe in that, bro.
Yeah,
that's it, bro. Believe in that,
bro. Stay consistent.
Have that vision and just tunnel vision.
And the vision is clear as day. This music ain't going nowhere. I did like, even if I try to let it go, I can't. It's in me. It's in me. I'ma hear something. I'ma hear somebody like Benny the Butcher and be like, nah.
Let me write a verse.
Let me write a verse. Yeah. Let me write a verse, man. Let me get it. You know, when you love something and you love it, you there's no, it's limitless. It's limitless. It's like there's no cap on that. Like, and I know it's crazy because I feel like people, I feel like it's weird because I feel like other people, as I'm getting older and I'm observing like people not doing what they was doing before, and I'm just like, I know you love something that you not doing.
Yeah, you just gave up.
And I'm doing, and you see me, I'm little on TikTok. I have a great career and all this. You see me on Instagram rapping. Period. I don't care what I'm doing. If it was a decision between doing something else and rapping, I'm picking rapping every time because like, I'm not gonna do something else and mess up my mental health for what? I love this shit. You know what I mean? We love this shit. That's what it is. Do what you love. Invest in what you love. You know what I mean? We do 100%. Mad stuff music wise. We do ticket resales just because we love music. Going to like we do it. Like, come on, man. Like. That's
the passion. The passion will drive you, you know. I feel like it's so relatable to people who are actually like also have those same sentiments, like you were saying, like you guys believe in yourself, you guys do all that. Like that's like bro, we are in the same like headspace of like you just gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna do it for you type shit.
That's a fact.
But before we close out, we also shout out to Drink Champs. We kind of got this inspiration from them. They started they give flowers to people. We do here, we just like to give flowers to, it could be a thing, a being, a person, whatever you feel you want to give, you know, flowers to. Really doesn't have to be a person. You want me to take it off? Take it away.
I want to give my flowers to Great South Bay Brewery. If you could bring that up real quick. You know, our lovely sponsors.
Amazing. I got this in
Tipsy Tea,
Brooklyn.
make
Is
sure.
it Brooklyn somewhere?
No, it's Bayshore. It's out in Bayshore.
Yeah, but
Long
I can't
Island.
get it in Brooklyn nowhere. I can't.
Nah, you can get absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely. You
We
can get cases shipped right to your crib, man.
Okay.
Word,
Yeah.
word.
Shout out to
Shout
Great
out to
South
them.
Bay,
Yeah,
man,
shout out
for
to
real.
South Bay.
Much love.
Since we on that same type of tip, I'm gonna give my flowers to. I actually got a beef patty right here that I'm.
Hey, let's
I'm
go.
gonna eat up after this. Actually, it's an Impossible patty. Yeah,
You got it
man.
from Golden Crust? I got
it
bread?
from Jamaican Flavor. They do have cocoa bread. I don't eat the cocoa bread because I got Impossible because you know, I don't eat meat or dairy or any of that. But they do have great patties there in general. Shout out to Jamaican Flavors over here in Baldwin, LI.
Cut the check.
You know what I'm saying? Strong Island out here. So
I want to give my flowers to the Wasted Podcast. Appreciate y'all having us on here for real. It never is. Honestly, we really appreciate it for sure.
Right.
Nah.
I want to give my flowers.
It's on the spot, bro. That's our thing.
Well, I think on the entity, bro, I just want to give the flowers to the music, like the independent music grind.
That's
because
okay.
it's constantly evolving. Shout out to TuneCore, which we
Hey,
distribute.
yo.
Like, shout out to TuneCore. Like independent, like we went from CDs, right?
Yeah.
to streaming, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like we done did all that. So, but it's developing, and there's always a market for like that up and coming art. Like the dopest music is the up and coming music right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Always,
Absolutely.
man, always. So
That's
shout
the
out,
most authentic.
shout out to that, whatever
Yeah.
that is.
Shout out.
I'm for all of that.
All of it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And shout out to Dreamcast.
Yeah,
shout out to
Crazy
Dreamcast.
Taxi, man. Crazy Taxi. Nah.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure, bro. Guys, thank you for pulling up, for making that drive.
For sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
And we definitely gotta stay in touch. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure, man,
Keep it close. But
Word.
just like that, it's been another episode of the Wasted Podcast. If you watch this on YouTube, please share it, subscribe, like. We
Like,
really
comment.
appreciate that.
For real.
And
Go
if
check
you-
them out. New
Yeah.
England's latest and greatest, man.
Facts.
New England, we bringing the whole New England. We talking Connecticut, Mass, all that. We from that region is crazy.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah.
Music
we
that
we gotta
region
go
is
to
crazy.
Connecticut, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta see what's up over
We all
there.
gotta go together, man. When they go up, we gotta
New
come
England,
up with them.
Facts.
New England got artists, period. New
Facts.
England up and down from Connecticut to Maine, New Hampshire, they got artists up there.
Facts.
We just need to break through. Shout out New England, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
man.
just
Word,
be
word.
sure to just stream us on Spotify, all
Yep.
that. Fame and Pdotc, man.
Mhm.
Fame and
Our,
Pdotc.
our recent project is Girls on Road. Before that, it was Girls Who Travel. Before that is
Hey.
Girls on Tour. That's the trilogy, man.
Right,
If
right.
you want to really get in depth with some of our music, but we got other shit like Hail Mary.
Dropping
we got
next week.
We got Hail Mary Volume 2 dropping next week. so-
Nice,
So
Hey.
exclusively produced by Sullivan Beats.
nice,
Yeah,
bro.
shout out to him.
Can't wait to check it out,
Mhm.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
New 11 right here with us, baby.
Yep, let's get it.
Yeah, nice.